All right. First off, I want to say Kal Halalimla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways doing this work in all sincerity and in all honesty. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom. All right. So this is our brother Yawahala, you know, from the Kingston, Jamaica camp. And today we'll have the brother,
Zach.
right? And basically, this lesson today here we're doing basically with news and various topics, right? So we want to outline some little things that coming up in the media. You get me, and get some precepts and break it down. You understand me? Because right now what's happening is to summarize it basically sedition among men and smokes and mirror basically with what's happening in England and basically what's happening in America. You get me? Or what's happening in the West and what's happening in the East. You understand me? And we're gonna get into that. You understand me? I have an article here. Illinois no cash bail law will turn the state into the purge. You get me? And we'll get into this article and we'll get into some precepts. All right. In the Purge movie series, one night a year is a, is set aside for Americans to commit any crime they want, including murder, without recomp without any side effects or so. It is an opportunity to both let off steam and cull the herd unjustly. So basically, culling the herd is basically trimming it. You see me? You have 50, 50 sheep and you cull the herd. You just cut it down to 25. Less. You understand me? As some can afford to defend their homes and family against such a rampage, while others can't. The horror franchise is fictional, of course, as no elected official in their right mind would ever enact such a law. At least that's what we believe, right? Because it's something that's happening in America right now. You understand me? It says here the unbelieved will soon happen. Yeah, the unbelieved will soon happen in my home state of Illinois on January 1st, 2023 at midnight. A very real vision of purge will be enacted via the 2021 Safety Act law. The Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equality Today Act will completely eliminate cash bail from the majority of defendants charged with criminal acts. Judge will decide whether or not to release defendant on a case-by-case basis based on if they feel a person possesses a threat to the community or is a flight risk, seeing as many Illinois judges rule like progressive activists. It's likely they will send many criminals back into communities without hesitation. You understand, Mister? So basically, to summarize all of that, if a man do any criminal activity, if the judge feels say, yo, nothing wrong with the way man do, or them not really take it into consideration, them let them out free. You understand me? It's not a case where you lock them up and then you have to find bail money. It's not like that anymore. You understand me? Them will just let them go. You understand? In certain cases. And as it stated in the article, them not see where if them not see a reason for hold them, him not kill nobody, so make him go on. So they'll still rob and loot and do whatever they're doing. You understand me? And this is something that they're putting in effect. You understand me? We have seen viral videos where you see man just are running our stores and just have some big airport bags with them like gym bags, what them call it, where you stuff with gym clothes and whatnot. like big bags, stuffing liquors, whatever them can grab. And that's a stuff. And all people can do is video them. You understand me? When them call police is not coming. You understand me? And them can't defend themselves because in most cases some of them have weapons. You understand me? Or most of them have weapons, and that's the case that's happening now. So it's one of the basically in some states in America, it's really stupid to visit there, to go there, to live in there right now. You understand me? That's the reality is what's happening. You understand me? Um, you have anything to say, bro? Zach?
Till me talk on mute. Yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man, you.
Yeah, we look up cash bail. So this is an article from what am I doing here? This is it says the URL say uclu.org. So it says
Mm-hmm.
defendant rights or all wait there. Is it we type in what is a cash bill still. So that's the way it says defendant rights of all
Mm-hmm.
people nationwide. And I go in and say, what's at stake? On any given day in 2020, roughly
Mm-hmm.
630,000 people were locked up in local jails. The
Mm-hmm.
majority of them had not been convicted of a crime.
Right.
Af- After an arrest, wrongfully or not, a person's ability to leave jail and return home to fight the charges typically depends on access to money.
Mm-hmm.
That's because in virtually all jurisdictions, people are required to pay a cash bail in order to
Mm-hmm.
secure their freedom. Originally, bail was designed to ensure people return to court to face charges against them. Now we know that simple solution solutions like court reminders often can achieve that purpose, and
Mm-hmm.
the money bail system has morphed into one that perpetuates widespread wealth based incarceration. So it said the perpetual incarceration caused by unaffordable bail is the single greatest driver of convictions and is responsible for ballooning of our nation's jail and prison populations.
Right. So basically, they must say, yo, look, people who can't pay them bill have to stay locked up. You understand me? And that cause more people to be locked up because a lot of them are being charged, are being convicted for crimes. You understand me? Are charged for crimes where them not really do or them can't prove them. Say, oh, them do it. You understand me? And them get locked up fee. You understand? And because some of them can't pay them bail fee, them still get locked up and them stay locked up. So now them are look for put that away or be done with that. You understand me? So if them lock you up, all right, your case will go up on trial, whatnot. Hey, you're free to go. You see me? While them probably still a process it or something. But criminals can still go back on the street and do whatever they want to do. You understand me? Without any thought of consequence. You understand? And as we say, it's basically it goes back to sedition among men. You understand me? I will go and get some scriptures on that. You have anything other to say, bro?
Yeah, because basically in the palm bail, you basically depend good behavior. You know, it's very rate that you don't know inside back. But I'm going to take this is that they will remove the bail system, which there is a positive behind it, but there's
Yep.
consequences as well, which
Yep.
going to be the purge like system wherein if them and it's going to give them monitors, electronic monitors, which right now them have like ankle bracelets, but
Yep.
ultimately we know that where that is going, chip on release. But yeah, once that basically get done, a man can just do a crime, then maybe come for him, right? You get
Mm-hmm.
charged with this, let him go. Go on up on the road. Yeah, you see me? In doing another crime, and them say what there's a like 24, 48 hours
Yep.
before them can really reach out back for that person. So things are get chaotic, which that's a part of the elites them agenda,
Yep.
all out of chaos.
Yep. All right. This is Second Ezra's 15 from the Apocrypha. You get me? Um, Basically 14 books out of the Bible. These are hidden books, as what we call it, out of the King James Version Bible. Right? So this is Second Ezra 15, start at verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. You see, because to when the Lord say prophecy means to say before what's gonna happen before it happens. You understand me? So we're telling you basically what is to come. Thus saith the Lord, yo, because this is not from us. You understand me? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You see me? You can speak. You can go and speak on this while I read, bro, if you
Oh
need
yeah,
to
man,
be.
yeah, good, bro.
All right. Fear not the fear
Give me a
not
minute
the
there.
imag. All right. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Right? All right. To come down to the point. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And if me can, you say when my brings plagues upon the world, part of that like for example the sword going come in many ways, gun, knife, machete, you know, whatever
Mhm.
a man can put him on pan,
Yep,
him gonna use it for inflict what that punishment that plague or the more say sin, upon the earth, and that's when society get destabilized,
yep.
can call a regular police force or military force, that's a plague, anarchy and can't know nothing about it.
Yep, and it breeds famine because guess what? If you have a country or a state that is destabilized, is the normal function of society is no longer so. So your day to day living, how food get carried, transported, how goods get carried around, all of that will get broken down. So your way of life, as how you put it, is no longer so. So you can't expect to go about you. Basically, you live in a state of constant underrun and fear. You don't know when somebody will come kill you for where you have the food where you have or whatnot. You understand me? Or otherwise. You understand me? So basically it's just anarchy at its highest level. Hence why we read the article and go back to the purge. That's exactly what happened. Is it me? You have anything to add, bro?
Very good, bro.
All right. For wickedness hath exceedingly pollute the whole earth, and their heart and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see me? And wickedness does pollute the earth. Go back to get that real quick. So like yeah, around the room. Let's get a precept real quick. Oh, we can't find it. So go on top, bro.
Oh yeah, as yeah, I talk about the plagues as well, you know. Let us read a quick precept and bring forth the information.
Yeah.
This Isaiah 29 verse 6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Yep.
And right now there's a hurricane known as Fiona, is basically wreaking havoc in Puerto Rico right now. And
Yep.
it's a this is like current update. It's a Hurricane Fiona knocks out Puerto Rico electricity. Hurricane Fiona causing catastrophic flooding in Puerto Rico as it they go on. It says as the territory so like yeah, I take a while to populate the information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it take a while still because I upload on file actually. But yeah.
Okay.
So basically, just look it up. Hurricane right now is causing catastrophic flooding in Puerto Rico as the territory remains without power, and that's one of the worst part within hurricane, because without power you can't really get certain information, certain data.
Mm-hmm.
I see like videos are released with places are wash away, while in
Yep.
Taiwan it says 100 stand and 100 stranded. This is a release from Sky News. 100 stranded and buildings collapse as Taiwan is hit by a powerful earthquake. You
Yep.
know, right? It says
So
go
and
on.
those are plagues of the earth, yo. You get me?
Hmm.
Plagues of the Lord send. You understand me? As you would call it natural disaster, but it's still an act of nature with them would call of our society would call it. You understand me? But all the same, the power of the most high caused these things. You
Hmm.
understand me? And if things like that happen and those things, as we say, break down society, you understand me? Because guess what? Without power, you understand me? Certain things you have a shorter shelf life for certain things. So it bring back food shortage. You understand me? Certain resources is not easily attained without power. So as we said, it's like a domino effect. You understand? Go on, bro.
Yeah. So let's say our article says strong earthquake in southeastern Taiwan. There's a report that says 7.2. I'm seeing another one that's a 5.6. So I'm not sure of the magnitude. You know,
Mhm.
and we have
Still
the
big earthquake.
yeah, we have the energy crisis right now in Europe, the war in Ukraine and Russia,
Yep.
uproars of the people in we call it country there, well, Haiti right now has
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah, yeah.
making mainstream media with even
I would
journalists is being put to death.
I would say it's hardly being pushed on mainstream media, bro.
Well, true.
As me say, smokes and mirror, because only thing you can catch on the news right now is basically the Queen dead. You see me, and her funeral and all these little things, yo. And these major events are not being televised on our networks. It's not. You understand me?
Well, you're right, because I search never search to find information.
Exactly. You understand me?
Yeah.
I wanna see information about this. You don't see it on news media, you literally see it on social media where people just have video it and circulate it on the net. You understand
Hmm.
me? This is how we're finding out certain things that is happening in our society and the breakdown that's happening in the world, not just in our country or the country next to us, but all across the world. You understand me? And
Yeah.
one of the reasons what we read earlier, basically, you did finish where you said, bro?
Yeah, man, but just don't want to add to the point you said most say bring plagues upon the earth. That's
Okay,
what I don't want to bring forward.
yeah, man, because we want to bring it back to Second Ezra 15. I'm gonna go back to verse 6, where it say of for wickedness hath exceedingly pollute the whole earth, and their hurtful work are fulfilled, and for wickedness has exceedingly polluted. The reason for that is me one of the main reasons here. I have the precept Job 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You understand me? So that's the point, yo. Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So your wickedness are gonna pollute the earth. You understand me? Wickedness are gonna fill the earth. You understand? And what the scripture say, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That wicked is basically Esau. You understand? The scripture would call them nation now Edom.
Hmm.
You understand me? Those are
Um,
the people we either call them so-called white men. You understand?
a quick
Oh,
supporting feed point there say because he's in a rulership right now, so much wickedness are going. Well, we know even the scripture say when the brother name when the brother that cracker Alexander the creep, when he
mm-hmm.
came on the scene, the scripture say wickedness increase.
Yep.
But this is a quick one. This is Psalms 12 verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So
Yep.
they're more exalted right now. You have like the Bill Gates, Boy George. You
Mm-hmm.
have like Charles right now get rulership. Are get named publicly rulership. You
Yep.
have Klaus Schwab and before. Well, we don't know. We have the least them on the back burner,
Mm-hmm.
been pushing this agenda. They are the wicked way push forward these laws, legalize faggotry, tell a woman to she have the right to do this and fund, like for example, fund the woman's right movement and woman
Yep.
liberation movement, for basically destabilize society.
Yep.
There's no sure foundation. Everything is just chaotic, you know.
Yep.
But what? It's been done by the error is proceed from the rulers. It's written.
Yep. Because the scripture give you a certain way of living. You understand? The scripture literally tell you how to live your life. You get me? Or how to live life. You understand me? And basically everything what Esau set in society is literally against what the scripture said, yo. Just today I was talking to somebody, bro. I mean I tell him, say, yo, you have pork extract and all that in everything you eat. You understand me? Like literally down to the candy where they pick up or the wine where they pick up off a shelf. Have pork in it. You understand me? The reason for this is because the rulers that be set it that way.
Uh-huh.
You see me? Um, okay, you bring up a lot of things a while ago and call a lot of names. I'm gonna bring out a precept for that. This is Micah 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. You see me? Of course, it's in the power of them hand, as we read earlier, so the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You understand me? This is why things like this happen. This is why them tell us, say, yo, what them call it today? In the well, Klaus Schwab I talk about now climate change. That's a whole big topic. You see me? First the big
The new
sea.
boogeyman.
Yeah, cause first the big sea come around and 2 years or 2.5 years it plagued the world and how much had millions dead and what we have to do, we have to mask up, social distance. Then all of a sudden them come out, oh, no, them tell us you have to get the dirty water, you have to get the dirty water injection, you see me, for do any form of business and travel. You understand me? And now them tell us, oh, it actually doesn't provide immunity against it because people take how much job and still a get sick and still are dead according to them. You understand me? And then them come out and say, oh well, the restrictions are lifted, forget it, you know 2 years of our life has been, passed, but you've wasted a lot of time before. So this is nothing. And then just push it under the rug and life continues. You understand me? And a lot of people come and say, yo, a lot of people dead because of them joke. You understand me? And a lot of people have a major side effects. You understand? But guess what? As the brother said, the new boogeyman, because they don't have the power to do all of this. Climate change. And I'm telling you, what we need to do because of climate change, we need to start as me explain the word culling, them need for cull population, mean cut down the population because of climate change. All of these things are coming up now. You understand me? So when we see a country being destabilized because of various reasons, yo, just know it's the powers that be, yo. You understand me? And the wickedness and the pollution of these people, the Lord stretch forth him hands and judge the people on top of that. That's why a lot of these natural disasters are happening along the way. You understand? You have a preset, bro, or something?
No, man. You know, second Israel, right? 15.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We not finished up, man. Now.
Yeah, but you can go on.
Yeah, man. All right. Second Ezra 15. May I jump to verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. You see me? And the land of Egypt there, it doesn't mean say the actual land of Egypt. You see me? Because it can refer back to what it means Matazarium, which means straits or double straits, or the place where you serve bondage. You understand me? Because a lot of these people still don't realize that the Queen of England was just dead, was still their queen. Especially a lot of people in the Caribbean. You understand me? And now our son King Charles a fit them king. Them things say everybody have this notion say, oh, them free, them free. And when I tell them you're still a slave, them point finger upon you and say, no, you're a slave, me I'm not a slave. You see me? And you're like, do you pay taxes? Can you get up and travel as free as you want to? Do you have to work? When you ask these simple questions and majority of them answer, yes. You're like, you're a slave.
And you're a slave, Neo.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the Issas them and the Dupans and them big name the man them own sandals and them thing they think say them have to work a 9 to 5 under them little thing they wake up every day and struggle to make just enough to bread cost more than a lot of people wages. Where you're making an hour is less than where you buy a bread for. So imagine you work for 1 hour, you still can't afford a bread. A bread where you go shop and say, sell me one of them bread there. You see me? You can't afford it because that's how society is set. And all people talk about repatriation and all that, and they're not them not care about them thing there. You see me? Because the rulers that be say, yo, look, get over it. My family had to suffer because guess what? Them pay way off and tell us, say, yo, look, we can't have no slaves no more. How we get over it? So only get over it. You get what I mean, bro?
Mhm.
Is in verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof.
And that's our witnessing right now, the plagues, basically I go steadfast to Babylon, Moses smite Egypt, which is mystery Egypt, it's people say there's a land that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is referring to
Yep,
America.
yep,
It's being smitten right now with the plagues. Right, that's why you see all of these things happen right now upon the earth. The scripture said no, no, basically plagues them come up upon the earth. Right, majority of the destruction, the main destruction gonna be in America.
yep.
Because it will left as a city that's never been that will never be inhabited again,
Habited,
I
yeah,
would say.
yeah. You see me? Verse 12 Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with fearful um cons-
Constellation.
constellation.
Yeah, and right now we don't see them level of plagues there yet, upon certain places in America, but right now the farmers them of all,
Yep,
because them not can sell them goods, fertilizer go up, this a go up, that a go up, and them prices can't really go up, you know. So they must say, yo, this no look good, and them a get paid for even call them something they destroy them crops and on
yep,
even life cattle.
yep.
A lot of
Like,
farmers come out even like what going in Europe right now. The so-called climate change legislation that's been passed. The farmers must say,
yep,
yo, there's no way we can survive with these legislation. It was hard, no, with even these legislation, you gonna kill, we gonna knock out a business.
yep.
So my protest here on the Black Car Street and so forth.
And a lot of people don't know this, but Ukraine supply like Ukraine and Russia supply um majority of the world of its grains. You see me? Grains, wheats, and certain good thing comes from Ukraine and Russia. And with what going on right now, the exports has been crazy, yo. You see me? Because not a lot of these things are going out, and it's affecting the economy. You see me? Continue. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the courses of their action shall stand in their power.
So when things get chaotic, yo, when a man go out there and go and do whatever the hell in business with, whatever him see fit. Because again, there will be no jury, no judge, no courthouse, no police, for basically report to or call for lock him up. So he's going to do what him see fit, what him see right. And that's what the society is coming down to.
Yep.
Right? Total destabilization.
You see me? It would be likened onto the movie World War Z. You see me? The movie that when you watch it, the man run go in a place to go get some supplies, and him see a police stand up and full him on. You see me? And the man pause like he wants to shit the police. And the police just grab and run gun left him. You see me? Police no business. Cause the police himself a try to fend for himself.
Yeah, they're saying in time of distress is every man for himself.
Yep. You see me? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able because of their pride. The city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, and men shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Hmm. And that's what's coming in on the scene right now, the great tribulation. The time of Jacob's trouble, the whole temptation way. Basically, what the elites did, it break this or destabilize societies, in countries, so them can have them in a between a record and a hard place for forceful implement the RFID chip, MOTB.
Yep.
That's a system and them will collapse the world economy, and we are witness that now. So if the money what we have right now crash, none no use, we're going to use to buy food. And
Yep.
that's even when you're pre in the news as a title. It says there's a bill right now. Biden, released the bill. Remember this exact order. Let me get it real quick.
Hmm.
All right, let me see. All right, so this is an article from Bloomberg. It says what a U.S. digital dollar means for the future of your wallet. Right. It says advocates see lower cost contraction and greater access to financial system, but critics worry about privacy. Which this is not the one we really want. So okay, but that's what the
Oh,
world is working on. Digital dollars, di- digital currency.
yep.
All right, so let's see.
Everybody want to move to a digital framework where them can bring basically more a lot RGD right now is trying to find a way to give out a lot more birth papers to people because they get to find out that a lot of Jamaicans don't have a birth certificate. You see me? And to get them having a birth certificate, they can move them onto the system because they want to move over from a paper to a digital system where you don't have an actual paper, birth paper, you have a digital birth certificate. You understand me? And then we'll move from that now, you understand me, to a more structured system where they must say basically if you have a smartphone, you're supposed to be able to have a bank account. And when them have everybody having a bank account, that means they have everybody on the grid.
Yeah, it's Executive Order 14067. So White House Government Executive Order on ensuring responsible development of digital assets.
Yep.
Polity FOC Executive Order 14067 will allow the federal government to turn on and off your money. You see me?
Exactly.
Because again, digital program programmable.
Programmable.
That word,
Hmm. Yeah, man,
that
programmable
word there,
money.
digital money. So they can do whatever they want with it. They can lock it off, turn it on. You can restrict it from doing certain purchases. You know, that's what
Yeah.
it's going to. Right? It's supposed to take effect in within I think it's December.
Yep.
Remember the
And and
specific date.
and basically a perfect example of understanding how this works is basically if you have a digital credit. If you have credit, if it take too long to spend it, wait, do it expire.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? And if them decide say yo, they want restrict your credit until they say yo, you can't make certain calls to certain this or that, you can't spend a credit. You see me? You buy a credit and can't use it, or if them see you make any purchases or do anything and it was not charged, or then as the money come off it, they can subtract that amount from your credit. You understand me? So it's programmable money. They have whatever authority they want to do. If them say you have certain sickness on your list, and them go through and say oh you have diabetes or whatnot, you cannot purchase a certain set of foods. When they go to supermarket and then cash it, and go boop, no sir, we can't put this on your list. You see me? Everything is going to be real time. Hence why they want to move over to the whole 5G technology, because 5G network is a faster network to use. Everything can be done seamlessly. That's a society they want to move over to, which is why it's very important for them to move over to a digital framework. You see me? Cash and otherwise.
That's in the news right now. Right now Jamaica have them program them digital central bank digital currency live.
Yep, links.
On links. Right,
Yep.
them been promoting it even everywhere me turn right now. I see it on advertisement on YouTube, on TVJ. No, I lie,
Yep.
YouTube again.
Or
You see me? I think
CVM
it upon
on billboards.
yep, on billboards. Even what day I go the university in Jamaica, UA, and go like one lunch or food place, and they must say, yo, them accept links payment, digital
See them?
currency. And them push the NIDS as well. So them have a digital identity and a digital currency. Them all combine there very soon. Digital
Yep.
platform and it gonna be on one thing. The
Yep.
implantable SEEP.
Yep. And they make it so that it's convenient, because when them tell you say yo, oh, you got a lot of ATMs now are telling you you can use digital withdrawals. Digital withdrawals. Yeah, you just send the money to the ATM, you see me, punch in the code or whatever, and you get cash. No cards needed.
That's the advertisement I see get posted for links. It's like a
See that?
woman, I think she come from Portmore, and it's like she has a shit. She forgot her purse, with our cards, our money. She said, oh, she can basically get cash
Use
because she
our
don't want
phone.
to turn back. And I said, oh, me send money to my links. So go straight to the ATM and withdraw the money.
Hmm?
You know, that's it. No
I
cards.
sim Yep. So but they have a precept for the topic before, but no still read it. You see me? Ecclesiastes 11 verse 3. In the day when the keepers at the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are
Um,
few.
can I start that one up?
Oh, 11 and 1.
No,
Oh,
12.
no, 12.
Yeah,
Salakia.
12 and 1.
Um, yeah, man. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not,
Yeah,
nor the
because right
year.
now, as the scripture said, the effect of every vision, is a hammer, and you also because you have effect and you have actual event. Like even like for example, hurricane come, you have the effect of the hurricane with
Yep,
the storms, the storm clouds start get a rain and fall, you know, and you start get windy until you start feel the force winds of the hurricane, and it come lightning, thunder, flooding, and then the higher the hurricane in you have the tail, which normally do the most damage. So what take place is that the effect of a vision, no, we see the signs at the times, things are going to happen. So as you say, remember your creator, the Most High, before the evil day, before these prophecies we are telling about before then start. As the scripture say, at the end it shall speak in full force, because scripture say all these are at the beginning of sorrows. So
yep,
we are telling say, yo, get yourself right before the actual time of sorrow, before the
yep,
hour of temptation. Right? Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
yep. So true. Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Grinders go back to work, and people go work one reason, cause them to earn, to basically feed themselves. So guess what? There will be nothing to go to earn to feed yourself. So as people say, those that look out the windows will be dark, and people look for a better, or a positive future. Say, oh no, this just get worse and worse from one problem to the other. As the scripture say, what destruction upon destruction.
Yep,
So the people look for things get better, but there will be no better. So get yourself right before these things come
yep,
to pass.
as the mother always love saying, say better must come. It
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been. Especially look, for example, look at our dollar. Is mean the valuation of our dollar. It's been devaluing ever since. You understand me? And it never yet go back to a point where it was before. I remember a couple years ago the dollar was 120. Now people that wish them would have seen the dollar back at 120. You see me? And that's just a case in point. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall raise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Can I read the next verse, Hawk?
Come on, verse 5. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and the fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail,
That's it,
because
yo. Go on.
mhm, because men goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets.
Yeah, because they will be musted, but it says sure so what desire shall feel. The main thing that take place, yo, people, my ways are home, hope I go school, yeah, me get my degree, and I me get my masters, and me get my PhD, I'm gonna come out and get my dream job, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna build my business, go buy a car, and get my house and raise some kids and do traveling as well. People have them desire right now.
Yep,
But soon and very soon those will fail. Gonna be, there's no job, there's no school, there's no money, there's no nothing. You think there's a collapse before them. And the
yep,
only way it won't look like is a possible way, to the majority is to take the mark of the beast.
yep.
And them know
Good.
them gonna know say it is the mark at that point, but you know, it's like a last hope for them because them reject the most high.
Yep.
Right? At that point
Good.
they gonna love to hear the word of the Lord. What we can do for get right too late, nigga. Yeah, see some bro?
Yeah, man. Because at that time, you see me, them all look and say, yo, um, may just read the scripture because may have something to say, but you say something, I'm going to forget the precept out. So this is Amos 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Yep, carry the next verse.
You see me? Yeah, because Salakia, but remember what me that say now. Salakia, but that mark of the beast, what the brother mentioned earlier, is an implantable chip, yo. You get me? Whether it be a brain chip or a chip on the hand. And it might sound far-fetched now, but trust me, it's the beginning of the end, yo. We're seeing all of this playing out and we're coming out, and I tell you before it come mainstream, before the mass populace, you see me, get introduced to it and it's forced or forcibly implemented on them. You see me? All right, verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
Hey guys, scripture say, in their affliction they shall seek me early. When the destruction hit, they say, oh shit, them are someone who is a terms of this about man. Me should actually no come into adultery and follow the Bible and get myself right. But many other time I scripture say they think light of these things.
Yep.
But at that point, it's where said, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among
I've
them,
been
because they
among
go,
them.
no, say,
Yep.
yo, somebody there tell me about them thing, yeah.
Yep.
Or never take them serious. So at that point, you then go and try for here. What in there, say, no, what in there? What me can't find them? Oh, me sitting up on YouTube. Oh, no, internet lock down. Or them delete all
Done.
over video them, you
Yep.
know. Right now, we no longer allowed to go up on the streets. Someone will get charged with sedition and get locked up. All these things. Then tell them we want to hear the word of the Lord when the famine dead. When
Yep.
military are patrol the streets and dead bodies all over, people are dropped dead. When the spirits out there, fulfilling the will of the Most High, time of Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
And it's
Because
like,
right now, so okay, because right now they're working on um abolishing the Bible. A lot of countries you can't bring the Bible. I think Australia and China are one of them where you can't go and speak scriptures and talk about the word of God and them thing there. You see me? And a state in some countries in Europe too can't do it. You understand me? And they're working about it. They're working to have that done in the West over in the Americas. Go ahead, bro.
Finland, there's a teacher
Yeah,
and I think some religious leader, basically a serve prison sentence and must say a fine right now for quote the Bible.
yeah. You see me? That's how serious it is. Especially if you talk about these trans people, the alphabet community. If you talk anything about them, especially with the scriptures, you see me? They can look to face jail time because they look to say, "Oh, look, either you offend me or you make me feel a way or something will have to do with them feelings," and you're persecuted for that. You see me? That's the society we're living in. You
Yeah,
see
I
me?
can just read quick information.
Go ahead, bro.
From what I say. This is an article from CNA, right? It says Catholic News Agency.com. It says Finnish member of parliament faces, I wasn't a teacher, my bad. Finnish member of parliament faces criminal charges after tweeting Bible verse.
Mm-hmm.
It says that an MP in Finland is facing jail over a social media post that included a quotation from the Bible. ADF International, a Christian legal group, said that Pi V, I not pronounce it, I not pronounce it. I think it's a Ras. Them have some sin over name, so I believe
Okay.
the letter them pronounce different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Rasan Nen, it says, could receive a 2-year prison sentence for the tweet, where Revelation 2 and 10 said the devil shall cast him within the prison.
prison. Yep.
It says, after the Finnish prosecutor general announced April 29 that she would be subject to criminal charges, and they go on. I don't know, in China, them get you up and train detainment centers,
Yep.
it's a rehabilitation centers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically push so-called Christianity, anything we have to do with the Bible.
Yep.
Right, and even at camp they discuss what they like the King James version, the Queen or the Crown, 'cause it be which did. The crown basically have authority over
The
printing
Bible.
the Bible,
Yep.
so after them own basically they can't say anything about it. So if they want to ban it, then them have the power.
Yep. This is verse 13. In that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst. They they that swear by the sin of the sin of Samaria, and say, Thy God, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beersheba liveth. Even they shall fall and never rise up again.
Yeah, well, the main point is the forming of the word.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's coming. So that's on the news as well. Even big another news. What's in the news? Biden speech against people basically profess. Let's see if we can get an article on it. Which is a quote the article them if you're interested they can go look them up. And basically available to the public right now. Do a research. It says Biden says haters won't have a last word. Quotation wants to end social media immunity, right? And that's an article from Reuters,
Mm-hmm.
Reuters.com. And you go on and say Washington, September 15. Reuters, US President Joe Biden called on Americans to speak out against racism and extremism during a summit at the White House on Thursday and said he would ask Congress to do more to hold social media companies accountable for spreading hate, which the Bible speak about hate against the so-called white man
Yep.
because he's the devil.
Yep.
Just as so Trump they speak about what is it? Trump speak about I remember what Trump saying. Trump some speak against some conspiracy theories,
Mm-hmm.
and what the UN declare so them declare war against conspiracy theories.
Yep.
I speak out against Boy George and him friend them.
Yep. And
Right?
them and that applies to Bible readers because when you read the Bible, you have on conspiracy theories. Isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Because the Bible talk about a lot of things with them considered as conspiracy.
Yeah, them can this Bible expose them can tell about them conspiracy. Psalm 64,
Yep.
right? The plot, secret plot where them plan against the people, them, right?
A
So yeah,
64. A
yes,
64, I said, brother. Oh, I'm
yes.
Psalms 83.
Well, that though, well, the Bible is still in general.
Exactly. See? This is Isaiah 30, verse 20. And though the though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teacher, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when he turn to the right hand and when he turn to the left.
Yeah. Can I just finish up Peter part of this article?
Yeah,
Says
man, go ahead, bro.
white supremacists will not have the last word. Biden told the United We Stand summit of bipartisan local leaders, experts, and survivors. Biden
Mhm,
said America had a long experience uh, through a line of hate against minority groups, and one that had been given too much oxygen in quotation.
mhm.
That's this word. So if basically them say them are be given too much oxygen, when say them do, it might cut it off.
Yep.
Says by politics and the media in recent years. So they're gonna shut it off, yo.
Mhm.
Right? And that's what's coming. So it will be good, you know, to seek the Lord, take heed while this is possible, where you can get this news.
Yep. So, you have any other article or precept you want to bring up, brother, or would like to bring up?
Whenever an article, there one precept.
Go
This
ahead, man.
is Luke 21 and verse this 25. It's and there shall be seen signs in the sun and in the
Right.
moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with
Right.
perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the
Yep.
powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for redemption drawing nigh.
Yeah. Because then they don't say, yo, the Lord is near you. Lord there, basically. You understand me? And basically, we're seeing a lot of these things play out. You understand me? A lot of these things are happening in front of us. You understand? And this is why we are set as watchmen. You understand me? To tell you people about these things. To warn you people. We are blow the trumpet now. We are beat the pot cover. When them talk about beat pot cover for election, I say, no. You see me? This is us beating pot cover and I warn you people to get ready. You see me? The Lord is coming back. Where will he find you in those days? You understand me?
That was it, man, bro.
Yeah. So, with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to say, Kal Halalimlah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways doing this work in all sincerity and in all honesty. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.
Shalom.